So one of the most famous stories, one of the most infamous stories that you told me growing up was about the scar above your eye. So I wanted you to elaborate on that and give me the full story.
Okay, this is one of many battles that I had as a kid. I was a kid that you didn't want to touch. You touch me, you might get popped in the face. I didn't like fighting, but people, when you're in Pittsburgh, you're in an inner city, if you don't fight, they'll kick your butt every day. So I guess, I don't know if I had a temper or it was because I knew I had to fight back or get beat up every day. So this was one summer. I was about 12 years old, I guess. I can't remember exactly, maybe 11 or 12. And during the summertime, I lived with my aunt who lives in Pittsburgh, and I was away from Uniontown. So I go to Pittsburgh, live with my aunt. I did this every year up until I was like 18 years old. I lived in Pittsburgh for about 3 months out of the year, every year. So all of my friends on the block, we lived on Wiley Avenue, 2020 Wiley Avenue. And it was around the corner from On the Hill Will. There was a baseball player named Will Stargell, and he played first base, and I played first base, so I kind of liked this guy a lot. But he had a chicken place, and you buy chicken there. So it was a restaurant. But every time you hit a home run, if you were in the store, you get free chicken. So naturally, when the Pirates were playing, everybody would run to the store. Even if they weren't going to buy anything, they'd go to the store hoping he'd hit a home run. So the store, sometimes you couldn't even get in. So anyway, all of this stuff kind of leads up to, trying to get into some place and people are pushing you and, kicking you and keeping you out of the way and you're fighting back. And this is just many things that happen every day in inner city. So this is the first day I had come back to Pittsburgh, and I was going up and down and seeing my friends and, going to the chicken place and listening to the Pirates and all of that. And his name was Nathaniel. And this is, I don't want to say he was one of my best friends, but we were close friends, but we would fight every summer. Every summer I'd kick his butt, every summer. But he had a sister. She was about 16, 17, and she was much bigger than me and much bigger than him. And he had a smaller sister. But she had never gotten involved before until this fight. So I don't know what happened. We were coming back from the chicken store. I don't know, he touched me, tried to get my food or something. And it just, turned me on. It's like I could be turned on and turned off, but it was hard to turn me off, but it was easy to turn me on. And I can't remember all the exact things that happened, but I know it was about food, and it had to be the chicken place. But anyway, we got into this big fight, and I'm kicking his butt. So he goes around the corner, and he comes back with this piece of wood in his hand. And I didn't know it had a nail in it, and I don't think he did either, but he just had this piece of wood. So he's swinging at me, and it's like Mortal Kombat you see in a video game, He swipes at me, and I punch him in the face. He swipes at me, I kick him in the stomach. And this is on the street. We're on the street fighting on Wiley Avenue. And like I said, I didn't know that he had this board with a nail in it. So somehow he hit me in the head with it, and the nail went straight up this way when he hit me, because he came under and he came up and he hit me, and it knocked me down. So then I saw blood, and there was blood everywhere. One thing you don't want to show me is blood, because now I feel no pain. I have no pain when I see blood. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how many times you cut me, how many times you hit me. I feel no pain. I don't know. I wish I could do that now, but I can't. But then when I was a kid, I felt nothing. So there's blood all over the place. Everybody's screaming because all the kids are standing around, right? They're all standing around watching. And I didn't realize, and this board was just stuck on my head. I didn't realize there was a nail in it. I didn't realize anything. I felt nothing. All I knew was this board was hanging from my face. So then I jump on him and I start beating the crap out of him. And so then his sister comes and she pulls me off. I can't remember her name, but she married my best friend from Pittsburgh. And I kind of lost him over the years. But so I'm bleeding all over the place. She pulls me off. He runs home, which was like 3 doors down. So what did I do? I pushed her down. I don't know where I came up with the strength because she was strong. I pushed her down and I ran to his house and the door was open. I just went right in, went to his bedroom. There's blood everywhere. There's like a stream of blood just leading from where we were fighting all the way to his house. We get to his house and there I am. Here I am jumping on him now and I'm beating the crap out of him. He's screaming and here comes his sister. And so she punches me in the face and knocks me down and the little sister jumps on me. I'm taking these 3 people. I felt nothing. But I could remember that to this day. I remember what happened. But them taking me down wasn't the big deal. It was just I wanted to get at him. That's the only thing I wanted to do. So then my aunt comes down and she tells me to stop or she's going to start beating me. So I stop. So I'm in the street. I'm just bleeding. My aunt's like going crazy. I thought something was wrong with her. I've never seen her act like this before. My Aunt Georgie. But as a matter of fact, everybody on the street called her Aunt Georgie. Used to make me mad because that wasn't their aunt. It was my aunt. And during my childhood, she was one of the only people that really cared for me. But then the ambulance came. I don't know who called them, but they came. And when they saw me, they were kind of in shock. Now, everybody's in shock. And there's a board stuck on your head. There's a nail in your eye. My eye's just full of blood. So I'm 12 years old. I don't understand any of this. I'm just mad. So they finally calm me down. They give me a shot. I don't know what it was. Probably something to calm me down. And they take me to the hospital. And then they took this out. But I don't see any stitches. I don't remember getting stitches. I don't remember anything what happened in the hospital. I don't know if it was a shot they gave me or I just forgot over the years. But it left that scar on my eye. It's really funny when they ask you, do you have any scars on your body? I always say no, but actually I do have one. It's right there. And I have another one on this side where I got hit with a rock. This kid hit me with a rock, and of course I went and beat him up. His parents came and pulled me off of him. But this was by far the worst one, and I was very lucky because if he had gone an inch lower, probably would have went through my eyeball. I probably wouldn't have an eye. So, it was good and bad. Good that he missed, but bad I end up with a scar over my eye, but it's not that visible. But it's been there my whole life. I never worry about it, but I do remember what happened. That was an ugly day. So next year when I came back and I'm like 13, first thing I did, first day of being back, was went over and beat his butt. Nathaniel.